Hello, everyone. It is me, Postmodern Cowboy. I am back. I'm back with a little bit more Empyrion Galactic Survival. After this morning's episode, I took the time to do some household chores, get some things in order, do some writing, watch some videos of right people doing bad things in Parliament Hill here in Canada, and now I'm ready to cut back, relax, play some vids. I want to be accountable for a second here, folks. When I said before that I was going to stream again, I got some lateral drifts. There we go. When I said before I was going to stream again after, 3 hours of Empyrion Galactic Survival version 1.7, I've uploaded those videos. I lied. I didn't stream again. I didn't stream again for like a month. So it's been like a month of development. Although to be fair, most of this was done in the first 2 weeks. I've pretty much just been binge watching Babylon 5 for the last 2 weeks. So, but yeah, here we are. I'll just transition here. 1 second. Boom. There we go. What is it we say? Welcome to my Moonbase. I told you we were gonna go to the moon, like Bitcoin, like Dogecoin. That's a fucking joke. We're going to the moon, and we're on the moon right now. So this is the moon of the planet Masperon that we were on the last 2 episodes. That purple, toxic, radioactive planet. Let's get some sound going here. There we go. And as you can tell, I've been busy. This is what happens. This is what happens. I don't even know where to start, folks. Last time you saw me, I had like a little hovercraft and a shuttle, and now I've got I'm under attack. That's where we start. Oh, the Nazis are getting arrested in real time. I get an update. The Nazis are being arrested. Diagolon, Canada, that is a far-right militia group. They want everyone to know that there's a raid happening right now. The RCMP are moving people out of a blockade at the U.S.-Canada border. They're truckers. They've been blocking the roads. All right, let's do pre-flight here. Alright, it's been a while since I've flown an Empyrion. I don't even know if this thing has bullets. Does it have bullets? No, it doesn't have bullets. It's kind of pointless for me to fly it if it... whatever. Sounds like my facility's cannons have this well in hand. Should go outside. I was going to fly a fighter out, but it wasn't armed, and by the time I got it armed, it wouldn't matter. It's shooting at me, and it just got shot down. Those are hostile drones. They attack your base every so often, every 2 or 3 in-game days. So yeah, the fascists are getting arrested at the border, or at least rolled up. I don't know. I gotta read the story here. I'm hearing some more updates. I'm just gonna close the socials there because I don't need them right now. Okay, there we go. That should be a little quiet. There's going to be some other updates, but I was in the middle of my midday news cycle. Like I said, waiting for it to snow here. I'm a snow removal contractor. I live in Toronto or just thereby, and it's going to snow here quite a bit in the next couple of days. So I'll be at work. This is my one chance to get some gaming in. I've been doing political work for days now, and I just need a breather from that. Sometimes you just need to bliss out and have a glass of wine and fly a spaceship through the universe. But yeah, so this is my base. I'm on the solar array right now, one of several solar arrays. There's another one over there. You can barely see it past the glare from the sun, but that's fueling the refinery. This solar array and the one over here is powering the main facility, and it's quite a sprawl I've got going here. Like I'm on the surface of this moon. I'll show you once I start flying where I set up and why. Here we've got the repair coordination center and control tower repairs down within that sort of recess with this Masperon Moonbase. There's that docking area for the larger of my two capital vessels. This repair console will repair whatever's down there. So I can, and I'm going to go down the elevator here to my teleporter, my Bitcoin ATM. I think I powered everything off properly, and this base, sustains itself. 100% fuel. It hasn't used fuel the entire time I've been offline, which, to be honest, has been weeks. Right, this server doesn't delete your stuff that quickly, so I've left this here for weeks, and the solar panels keep it powered. It is fully sustainable. On the topic of fully sustainable, let's go through here. We've got a kitchen area, fridge just absolutely chock full of ingredients. It's not my food fridge. I don't actually know where my food fridge is. It's somewhere on the other side of the base. And a greenhouse. I'm not going to pick the plants right now. I'll come back and pick them. But yeah, we got a greenhouse full of all the things you need. Really, not all the things you need at all. It's just some of the things you need. But I've got more farms elsewhere in this base. And let's see, over here across the hall, with the motion sensor lights, we've got a pretty rudimentary med lab. There's nothing special about this. Up in the med lab, there's a bathroom in case you gotta drop a deuce. Moon poop. And then we get the hangar area here. So these small hangars are fitted. I'm going to park this thing again. Are fitted for this particular class of fighter. They're quite simple. There's a more complex version. This one is. Oh, I turned the thrusters off like a pro. All right, let's at least just get it parked before I dock it. There we go. And I could go loot those the drones that got shot down, but I have no desire to do so at this time. But yeah, so and I'll power it down completely just to save the fuel. So those fighters are pretty small and rudimentary. There's also a mining variant of the fighter, which can do some basic extractive work. I've got two more variants of it. There's a word that gives me the creeps these days, variant. But I've got two more variants of it parked on my capital vessel. And then keep in mind, these are all my own designs, right? I don't download designs from the workshop. I might take a design from the workshop and chop it in half to see how it's built, hack it open, see what makes it tick. But these are all my own designs. So these are my fighters. This is my base. This is my. You saw at the end of the last episode when I said I was going to take this thing to the moon. This is actually the ship. This is the ship that I took to the moon, the Union Shuttle. Real simple little design. Very cool stuff. I love me these Unions. It's just got a 2-seat. Well, this one has 3 seats because we brought a buddy. And yeah, I tried to film that, but it just didn't work out with multiple people talking and trying to keep things on task, on focus. At some point, I'll do a multiplayer stream when there's more people online. But yeah, Union Shuttle's got what you need. A little onboard integrated cargo. It's got a rooftop drone hatch and a belly hatch, so you can exit quickly or in an emergency situation, re-enter the vessel. It's got space here for 2 upgrade turrets, and I'll show you some versions in a second with those. And it's cheap. It's cheap. It's also got 2 guns, so it can fight back. At least, against alien wildlife and stuff. This is a cargo container. It is what it looks like. It just flies and carries cargo. Doesn't fly in the air. What's the word I'm looking for? Put my helmet back on. It is out of fuel is what it is, so I'm not going to bother. But it hovers. That's the word I'm looking for. It hovers on those hover engines there. This is, again, real cheap, but it has 16,000 cargo volume, which is the largest cargo can you can get in the hovercraft or small vessel without creating a second cargo container. So it is a self-contained cargo container that with these can be picked up and moved by, along with this can also be picked up and moved. This is a mobile respawn point. I'll show you in a second. And picked up and moved by these guys. These are the Union, what I call them, Union Mark II. So the Union Shuttle Mark II has this cargo rigging on the back of it that allows you to, you can probably guess, but these magnetic clamps here clamp up to the frame, so you can pick up the cargo container and fly around with it. But it's, on the inside, interior-wise, minus the third seat that we put in on that one version. This has a constructor instead. It's the exact same ship, right? So I found a way to take these Union shuttles and make them pretty damn modular. That's how I play. I don't know. I play Empyrion weird. Some people go for like these giant space battleships and stuff, but I like everything really light, everything really cargo focused, everything really modular. In this case, this one carries a cargo container. This one over here carries a, what is this? A mining hover vessel, right? It's got some mining lasers on it. And, you can take this to asteroids early in the game with the drills on it, but late in the game you can pick this up and you can fly it to, another planet and do some mining there if there's things you need, if there's resources you need extracted. So that's cool. And then there's this guy. This is a mobile respawn point. Similarly, can be rigged, just like the other two, to that cargo carrier. It does have an internal atmosphere. You walk around in it. There are force fields covering the windows, and that means you can shoot out of them. Right? It has internal temperature control, and I don't have anything in my inventory. Yeah, I do. So you can see how this might be useful for like an alien planet where you drop this off, you can respawn in it. It's got a constructor, and it hovers too. So just like that, the cargo container just floats around on these little pads. Doesn't go too high. Definitely doesn't go too quickly. But mobile respawn point. You can up armor this thing. I think these are cool. What do I call it? I call it a local. This is called the local mobile spawn point, MSP. Okay. Let's go outside and see what we've got. I guess we'll start at the Comrade, and we'll work our way around. Maybe put to sneeze. Jump over there. Yeah. All right. So the Comrade, Local 42, is the Spaceport Bar. This is the Spaceport. If you didn't get that, the Masperon Moonbase. Probably could come up with a better name for that, but whatever. And this is the Comrade. This is our bar. So we've got a front room here with a food processor and a long bar. So another Bitcoin ATM there. And in the back room here, we got some. Oh, she's stuck in the floor there. He's stuck in the wall there. I don't know. It's Empyrion. We got some dancers in an all-gender washroom. Yay! It's a bar. And you can like have a little event here with your friends, or if you have any friends, because Lord knows I've tried to get people playing this game. It's fun though. It is a lot of fun. Okay, and then out of the Spaceport Bar, we've got the Skydock. This is my favorite part of Empyrion is just like making designs that work together. Some people like, designs that work universally. I like designs that very specifically work together. And so we're going to go through two different ships now. One is I don't even remember what this thing is called. It's a warp ring. It's a warp ring for that Union Mark II. So it's got a cockpit. It's a scaled down version of the Union, maybe, or a scaled up version, I guess, cockpit wise, with a lot more seating. And this is actually part of the station here. But there's this bit over here, if I can jump to it, yeah. It might be hard to get back, but there's this bit over here. You can store a cargo container here, right? Or that mobile respawn point. You can store one over here, or that drill car, right? And you can drive it up here and connect it underneath a Union shuttle, which is docked within this warp ring. And this warp ring actually gives the Union shuttle the capacity to warp. I don't know. I'm not going to showcase that right now. This is like early game stuff. I'm much more interested in showing off my CV design because that's like the best part of this game is the CV gameplay, the capital vessels. So right now we're going to walk through the nose of my capital ship. You can see it out there. This is a Solidarity Mark 1. So now this line here marks the beginning of the Solidarity. And I will power it on. Alright, so the Solidarity is powered on. We've got a bathroom over here. I think we've got a shower over here. Just like a general crew room. It's undecorated. This one doesn't have furniture. This is engineering. And then the whole thing is built around this central elevator. So if I go up, we reach the warp drive. These are called hot tunnels. You hear that? This is a radioactive area because of the active warp engine. The hot tunnels mark proximity to functioning equipment. And then there's a, dorsal hatch, which brings you up to the roof of the Solidarity. So you can access the roof of the ship. Again, it's probably the highest point of the base, barring the top of those antennae. And then if I go down the middle elevator, there's a vent. I'm not going to open it because I'll fall out, but there's a ventral hatch as well that allows you to exit the body. In the front below the nose, there is a hover vessel bay. It's pretty small. It's got a functioning hatch, just large enough to fit in any one of those hover vessel designs. Or like the hover bikes, you can fit 2 hover bikes in here, 2 of the drill vehicles in here, one on either side. These stairwells lead back up to I gotta crouch to get through that one. These stairwells lead back up to, these are side exits. And if I go back up here, we're back in the main room, right? So like, that's the sort of vehicle loading area. Back here we've got an unappointed room that I normally just put beds in for crew quarters. We've got a med bay, amidships. These do have windows. This is more the inhabited portion of the ship between here and engineering. And then what do we got? What do we got this way? We've got hot tunnels, shield generator, which the Mark 1 doesn't actually come with. And then we've got an aft, I don't even know what to call this, a gangway, basically. Like, this is, you can shoot from here, you can board and debus from here. And I'll go to the bridge real quick. So this is the Mark 1, keep in mind. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'll get in it, I'll fly it around, show you how it works. And then I'll take you to it's not even the Mark 2, it's the Solidarity XL, which is just an expanded version of this design with some marked improvements. It does have a teleporter on the bridge, currently not active. This is the bridge. It's pretty simple. It's a compact design. These are incredibly cheap to produce early game. So what I did was I built that Union shuttle in the last episode. I flew to the moon. I went through some wrecks on the moon, which are very, very close to this base here. I built deliberately right beside the wrecks. Got enough resources over about a day and a half, 2 days to build this thing, and then I used this to go get resources to build a second, larger, and improved version. But yeah, let's take this baby out for a spin. So we're gonna turn on the internal oxygen, activate the shield, lights can come on. Everything's up. Don't turn on pilot mode because pilot mode is silly. So here it is in third person. It is, of course, called the Solidarity. And we're just going to nudge ourselves out gently. Not that there's any collision in this game, but, you know, just for aesthetic purposes. And it's got some real, like, good design to it. I quite like this 4-engine lift. These are fairly powerful down thrust engines, although the XL, which is parked down below, has a substantially greater vertical lift capacity, but it makes it, when it's not laden, like when it doesn't have cargo on board, when its inventory is not full, it makes it quite agile and quite useful. See, like just it rolls perfectly and quite useful in low gravity environments, like on a planet where there's little gravity. And it's got a substantial, for its weight class, at least a substantial amount of back thrust as well. So it can, you know, there's no such thing as a ship that hauls ass in Empyrion because everything goes the same speed. I assume they'll change that sometime. But it certainly accelerates quickly. It's got some get up and go, and it does have shields, so it can do stuff. It also has a minigun on the belly, a minigun on the roof, and a couple of these. What are they? They're like it's basically just like a rifle, an automated rifle that will shoot at things in the ground using small arms ammunition. So it's got a couple of those in different positions that provide sort of key, like defense grids, basically, like that just cover different approaches to the vessel at different ranges and calibers. It's not the PDC and the roof and the belly are not a lot of firepower. Certainly, it's very nominal firepower for an Empyrion capital vessel. But that said, these are starter vessels, right? And it's like an upgrade from that Union shuttle. Given that it can carry a Union shuttle around on its roof, sort of act as like a mobile carrier, like it's a good design. This was an iterative design process, very heavily inspired ships like Firefly, like the as yet unnamed ship that we see in like Serenity from Firefly, the as yet unnamed ship that we see in whatchamacallit, Bethesda, coming soon, Step Out Moment, Todd Howard, Starfield. You look at the design from Starfield, or even the ship, I forget its name, but the ship flown by the weird Rick and Morty, Rick type character from Outer Worlds. It's got 4 downward facing engines. My original design actually called for like just 4 engines on rotating balls. Obviously, Empyrion doesn't have moving or vectored thrust parts, or really any vectored parts at all. But yeah, it's got a sensor on it too, so I can sense in a small radius see all of those things. They're up to like 4 kilometers ish. All of those things at the planet's surface. And so the reason I built here is because of these bad boys. These are crashed Titans. Crashed Titans contain resources, mostly like engines and ship parts that respawn. So once you get a shuttle, you can just fly to them, and you can just keep every 4 or 5 hours or so. You keep taking the parts out of it. And I built my base within about a kilometer of this, about half a kilometer really of these. I don't know what the server rules are. Please don't report me. But I think that's more to prevent things from blocking respawns. I didn't block the respawns. These all respawn just fine. So yeah, this is this is the Solidarity Mark 1. This is the sort of rudimentary design. So I'm going to park it again to show you how that works. I don't think I actually finalized my design for the coupling. But again, like I said, I like designs that work together. And so this sky dock, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm flipping around the camera here. Something's wrong. I think something's wrong because here we go. Yeah, so the camera heights can be changed based on. That's fine, I guess. So yeah, I didn't finish the landing pads here, but that is what it is. Just need to get the nose lined up there, and then I'll switch into oop, oop, oop. See, that's why you don't use pilot mode ever, because pilot mode is just that all the time without a free look option. And I think we're just gonna gently nose into this. It's supposed to fit. It's just supposed to fit perfectly. Might take a little finagling to dock, but when it works, it really works. Oh boy, what's holding me back? There we go. Yeah, when it works, it really works. Just auto level out, shed altitude, and then the last thing I got to do is make sure it's aligned forward to back. I think it's pretty okay. Yeah. And then post-flight, just power everything down. Again, to save power, but also like to make flying a conscious process. Every time I get in a ship, I want to do just a pre-flight, run down that checklist of tick, 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 tick. You know, I can't really explain why that's a good idea, but it's a good idea. You should do post-flight and pre-flight on all your ships, rather than just leaving them running or turning them off. But you know, just turning them off, like turn everything off. Okay, now we're gonna go check out the pit and the Mark II by way of the residential unit. So this way. Right, we're back by the Spaceport Bar. So these over here, should have just taken a little hover car out, eh? There is a little hover car around somewhere. I forget where I left it. These over here are the residential units. Right now, only one has a full interior. The other two just have the farms active. But I wanted to have a place where I could store my stuff, since I do play with other people from time to time, but also like a place that I can call home, right? So this is my chill little space bachelor pad. All right, we get a kitchen. This is a stove or food processor. We got a fridge here. I think this is my food fridge. I think I'm gonna eat something right now. It's 70 friggin' emergency rations. That's pretty good. We're stocked on food. Those don't spoil. So I got a little elevated bedroom here. Down in the basement, I think there's a shower and a toilet. Up here, there's I don't even know what this is. Just a view. And upstairs, up the stairs here through the force field, there's a wheat farm. You know, the next one over has vegetables. The one after that has some plant protein. Put my gun away here. So you saw the farm inside the main base. This is answering that guy's question. Any ship with power off is safe. I don't know if I trust that advice, folks. I don't know if I trust that advice. I don't think unpowered ships are safe. I'm going to fact check that after this, and if it's true, it'll be in the next episode. Okay. Anyway. What was I saying? I was saying something, but it doesn't matter. You know, these living quarters, they're sort of uniform in design. You know, this one doesn't have any kind of interior. Oop, fell through there. I guess I'll show off the refinery too. That is real simple stuff. Basically, the refinery is just like a processing plant where I can put in raw materials in those silos. It will get processed through a what do you call it? Forge? Or what do I even call it? I'm going to run up and... Oops. I think it's the forge. It just turns raw materials into bars. And this is, again, this is on its own power grid. So if I check the power on it, it runs at 50% fuel. I don't think its fuel has changed in 10 days. Boy, they are coming again. Oh, it's because it's this, so there's two different bases here. I understand that. It's a bomber up there. I'm fairly confident it's going to get shot down. Yeah, it's down. Just crashed over there. So each base gets its own individual attack every couple of days. This one just got it. It's because I stepped on it. What's it called? Smelter. Furnace. So there's a furnace in this one, which takes raw materials and turns them into bars. In this case, I've got titanium and neodymium that have been put through. I'm actually going to transfer those to the base proper. How do I do that? I go to, it's been a while. It's been like a month at least since I've played here. So I would go to Master on Moonbase, factory input, and move over both materials. So I've got a lot of raw materials, right? I've got 16,000 iron, just everything. Even gold I've got in some kind of quantity. Does look like I'm kind of running out of cobalt. I'm going to have to get cobalt on my next trip up. Which might be, how far are we into the stream here? 31 minutes? Might be today. Oh, somebody is confirming. Powering your ships down saves them from being attacked. That I don't know if that's new or intended. Huh. I don't remember that. Okay, so that's the refinery. It's pretty simple. Put stuff in the silos. It gets pooped out there as raw material, and I transfer it to the base. Nothing really else to see. And then there's these big silos here with a large cargo volume that I just put around the pit. And we're going to go down into the pit. I would jump down, but we're actually going to take the elevator down because that's what we're supposed to do. And this is the Solidarity XL. It's a larger version. If you notice, it's got 6 engines, not 4, and they're a larger engine. These are large thrusters. This has much more lift capacity than the other Solidarity. You know, other Solidarity stops right here. This one's got a whole ass end on it. Really, it's just got a whole midsection. And again, this is like my design philosophy is modularity. This is not a fully modular design. It's an integrated upgrade, but I want to take ships that perform one role, and I want to find ways to augment them so they can perform several over multiple classes with the same design. So again, everything's the same with this ship. We've got the belly HV rack. This one has kind of like a Tesla Cybertruck type thing here, right? This is just like a hover truck that doesn't perform a specialized task. You could mount a gun on the top, I guess. That's so for like assaults, but this is just like it's the Union shuttle, but hover, you know, it's the same thing. Does not have a mobile respawn in it. You could put one in, but doesn't. This one doesn't anyway. We're going to power on the XL as well because there's no oxygen inside, as I just found out. And take my helmet off too. Look, it's me, but in space. Okay. What do we got going here? Exact same layout, believe it or not. This one I've done a little more work on internally. It's got some radiation there. Huh, interesting. I guess there's a generator in the roof. Again, there are some different parts in different places. This one has a little bit better of a power grid. I like it more. You know, there's crew quarters. We've got, what, a medical area over here. It's a better medical area. And then the real changes come in the back of the ship. Like you saw the bridge in the other one. This doesn't differ substantially. You saw the forward room. This just has some furniture in it. But then there's this midship corridor And then behind the midship corridor is a docking bay. The docking bay is quite large. Actually, it can carry 4 of these class vessels. This is a fighter with missile launchers and guns. This is a laser mining vessel. Where am I getting irradiated from? I think it's when I jump up to the roof here. Yeah, it is. There's a warp engine above there. That's why. And again, like, I can fly these things right out the side, which is kind of cool. Like, it's got a very large cargo hold. I think this is its main cargo. Yeah, 216,000. Lots of warp fuel on board this one right now. I've been actively using it to do stuff. It does have a repair bay on board as well, so I can like repair these if they get damaged. And I don't know, it's got more hot tunnels, like many more, and it's got this kind of room like an actual proper starship engine room. You know, this is engineering proper Star Trek style. The containment field won't hold, Captain. You know, stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else different? Oh, it's got a deconstructor. That's the warp fuel tank is in the roof of the actual machine shop here. And like I said, there's some more furniture in this center corridor. I don't think anything else differs on the ship except for the bridge configuration. The teleporter powers itself on when you walk onto it. That's an upgrade to save electricity. The teleporter it just irradiated me a little. That's what that Geiger. See, teleporters have radiation. And it should have everything. Oh, everything's turned on this one, so I didn't even park it properly. I think I just like signed off. So we're gonna take this one up, and you can see the difference. It's substantially larger than the other Solidarity version, hence why it's called the XL. It is still the Solidarity. I didn't change its name. You know, it's not a totally new class of ship. It's just a fatter, thicker type of Solidarity. I don't know what you call that. Revolution. That's a joke. Laugh. But yeah, you can see it's nigh on twice the size. And as a result, you know, it has some different handling characteristics. Substantially heavier vertical thrust. Forward thrust is astonishing. I swapped out the 2 medium engines for 2 large engines, so it really books. And if you're in a pinch, like say you're on a high gravity planet and you've been pulled in because your cargo hold is full or whatever, it's entirely feasible. Let me do this. Yeah, so it's entirely feasible to go like fully vertical and then launch that way. It's going to have its maximum thrust to the rear, unlike the Mark II or the Mark I, which has its maximum thrust downwards. And it's also got more equipment on it. Notice it's got, what, three PDCs on its belly and two dorsal PDCs. One of these, I think I'm going to switch out the middle one on the top for utility turret. So like a tool turret, either a mining turret or a multi-tool, which would allow me to take wrecks apart. Because, you know, it's a salvage type ship. You know, it's still in that Firefly freighter type class, a little bit of a Millennium Falcon kind of thing going on with its light armament and large cargo. But yeah, it definitely has better handling characteristics all around. And this one's kitted for travel, so I can show you a little bit of the Empyrion universe. You know, this is my Moonbase. This is what I've been working on. Don't mind that exploration pod over there. It's just like a prototype I've been working on. I'll show that in some future episode. But yeah. Oh, it's also got the long-range radar. So, unlike the 4-kilometer range radar, the long-range radar gets pretty much everything on this side of the planet. Like, even around the curve of the planet, I think. There doesn't stay on my HUD for, yeah, it goes very, very far. Doesn't stay on my HUD for long, but it does give me better situational awareness. Okay, let's go mine something. I don't know. That seems like an adventure. I've got about 20 minutes left on a stream. I could cut it here. You know what? I think I will cut it here, to be honest. And we'll do the space voyage on another stream because I need some water. And so yeah, this has been Empyrion Galactic Survival. Just showcasing what I've been working on, some of the builds, some of the little ships, and these are all either available or will be available imminently or soonish on the Steam Workshop. If you're somebody who doesn't like to build their own ships, use mine. You know, they're not endgame content. They're not high tech stuff. But the beauty of these designs is they're modular. They're easy to understand. And they're iterative from literally the first hover vessel you put down. There's a whole set of tools and toys that I put together that all work together to fill different roles. You know, from the like I said, the hover vessel to the fighter to the Union shuttle to the Union Mark II with its cargo racks to the cargo container to the Solidarity Mark II. These all have their integrated roles and are mutually supportive. I did upload them at one point as a baker's dozen, so 13 different designs to the Steam Workshop. Haven't updated that in a while. Will give it an update because I've mentioned it, and I hope folks check it out. But yeah, that is all, in fact, for me for now. Let's do this thing here. As always, if you like what you see, let me know what you think down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, peace.